Welcome to Anchoring Truths. I'm Pastor Troy Middleton. We're in Matthew chapter 20, verses 29 through 34, looking at the account of the two blind men that cried out to Jesus for help. And we're looking at different ways that we can demonstrate the love of Christ based on the example that Jesus gives us in the life of these two men. And we looked at and we saw where Jesus demonstrates the fact that he cares, and he also demonstrated the fact that he listened. He listened to the need of the two men. And the third way that we can demonstrate the love of Christ is found in verse number 32. And the Bible says, "And Jesus stood still and called them and said, What will ye that I shall do unto you?" You know, the only way that we can truly show that we care about somebody and to be able to listen to somebody, what their needs are and what they're saying, is to take time. Jesus stood still. I mean, he was traveling through Jericho, but when these men cried out to him, he stood still. He stopped and he took time to notice them. He took time to listen to them. He took time to help them. So the third way that we can show the love of Christ is to take time. Again, we live in a society, even our own lives are just busy, rushed. We have a lot to do. It seems like the days just fly by, and before we know it, the day's ended, and maybe we didn't get some things done that we wanted to get done, and we're just rushed. Our focus is on the things that we want to get done each and every day, but we do have to step back, and in order to be the examples of Christ, in order to be the example among believers, to be truly Christ-like and to show the world the love of Jesus Christ, we have to take time to be able to interact with people. Take time to listen. Take time to care. Because truly, God's given us the exact amount of time in a day to get everything done that we need to get done. We tend to overload our schedules. We tend to want to do more than what we really can get done in a day, and it takes away from being able to take time in the lives of people. But Jesus showed love by taking time with these two men. He's on a journey. He's traveling through Jericho. And when these men cried out to him, he stopped, he stood still, and he took time. Just reminds me of several accounts in the Bible where Jesus stopped what he was doing and took time for the individual. You think about the woman that the Bible talks about that came and touched the hem of his garment as he was headed to the house of the ruler of the synagogue, Jairus. He was headed to his house to heal his daughter who was sick and dying. And this unnamed woman comes behind him, touches the hem of his garment, and he stops and he turns and he takes time to speak to her and to interact with her. And then he moves on and he goes to the house of Jairus and takes time with him and his wife and his daughter. The love of Jesus takes time to spend with people and to really show them the love of God. So let's remember to take time to interact with people, to show them the love of Christ, to show them that we truly do care and that we are listening to them and we're listening to what they're saying, and we are going to show them the love of Christ by trying to meet their need or pray for them, whatever the case may be. Remember, keep anchoring yourself in the truth of God's Word.